So apparently this woman travels to Colombia and unexpectedly finds the love of her life. But bro calls it quit right after getting visa. I hope she learned a valuable lesson. Cause, whew, the finesse.
Hey, what's going on, good people? Apparently, this woman went to Colombia and started dating a man, but the guy ended up leaving her once he got his visa. And this will be very interesting to see that everything they said will happen to passport men, you know, the women use them for the visas, blah, blah, blah. It looks like it's actually happening to women who is trying to be like passport men. So, you know, we got to get into it and chop it up. But before we do, make sure you hit that subscribe button, like the video, drop a comment down below. I'm not gonna hold you. Let's get right into it.
I bought a one-way ticket to this small island near the Caribbean Sea because I just was losing it. Like, I found out the guy that I had been dating had like 2 kids, and I was like tattooing my face. Like, my mental health was abysmal, and so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go to the sea. That's how all the crazy girls should heal. And I went with my friend, and she was like having little island romances and stuff, but I was like, ew. And she was like having little island romances and stuff.
And she went down there with her friend who was already down there having island romances, meaning they're just sleeping with all the men that's on the island. Any man that they see or run into walking down the street, he can be homeless, and they will have a random island experience with him.
So 3 days before we leave, we're on the beach, and I see this guy, and I'm just like, and I'm a world traveler, so I'm always seeing like good looking men, but I'm really shy. Like, I'm not gonna talk to a man. He has to come to me. But this man, I just saw him and I was like, I need him. I said this verbally, and he was looking at me, I was looking at him, and I was like smiling, and he was smiling back, and I was like, ah. So he goes in the ocean, and I'm like, oh my god, girl, like, we have to follow him. We go in the ocean, and he's just like swimming, and I'm like staring at him, and I'm like, I need him. Like, I need him inside of me. And then this guy who is Colombian but speaks English heard me, and he was like, oh my god, like, you want to be with that guy? And I was like, yes. And he's like, let's get you guys together, like, let's wingman. And so my friend and him were like planning how they're gonna like introduce us, because I'm shy. But he literally like watched us plot on him, and just he walked over and goes, ¿Cómo estás? I was like, bien, but I didn't speak good Spanish at the time. David, the wingman guy, was like translating for us, and he was putting in work. Like, he was trying to get us to kiss. And my man David succeeded. We literally were like making out in the ocean and just all over each other. And I was like, I'm gonna take him home. Like, literally, we walked home. That's my friend. We walked home, and literally I stopped and got like razors on the way. Like, I was like, yeah, like, tonight gonna be crazy. There's David, our translator. And so took him home. We hooked up. I expected him like to leave the next day. No, he wakes up, starts making homemade arepas.
And it's funny how women can go to other countries and they can approach men all of a sudden. It's like, even now, she's talking about traveling all over the world internationally, hooking up with guys, but she still describes herself as, you know, shy. Next thing they know, they walking up to men, sleeping with the men the same night, living their best life in other countries.
And so took him home. We hooked up. I expected him like to leave the next day. No, he wakes up, starts making homemade arepas. And I'm just like, literally like, who is this man? But it was his birthday, so I did not kick him out. We instead took him to a sea aquarium, and we just like were vibing, having like a fun little romance. He was like, I want to spend the next 3 days together while you're here. I was like, okay, cool. Then it's time for me to leave. He takes me to the airport, and he's like, don't get on that flight. Like, stay with me and live with me on this island. I'm like, you're crazy. I don't even know you. Bye. But while I was in Cartagena, we're still like FaceTiming. I'm practicing my Spanish, and the vibes are just good. Like, he even added me on a group chat with his family, and I was really liking him. Then my best friend, who was doing this whole trip with me, went to Barcelona, and I went back to Medellin alone and went to the dentist. They told me I need to have emergency wisdom teeth surgery. I had such a rough healing process, and he was like, please come to the island. I'll take care of you. And I was like, you know what? I'll do it. So I go back to the island, and I don't even have a dad, so I've really never been taken care of by a man. But this man, I mean, literally spends hours preparing me soups, purees them, ices my face, makes saltwater rinses, cuts up my food for me. My sockets ended up getting infected, so I was in so much pain. He physically carried me to get like pain shots. So I was like, you know what? This is my man. So I stayed on the island with him because I'm jobless. This is all such a jobless activity. He works as a barber and tattoo artist, so he's a pretty free schedule. So we just like go to the beach in the middle of the day. He's cooked for me since we met, and which is amazing because I'm used to grilled dinner. So finally I'm being nourished. And he's just so nice, like gives haircuts to homeless guys on the island and like cooks them meals. I got really sick. I've actually been like dealing with a lot of health issues, and that's why I haven't been posting. And oh my god, I'm gonna cry, but the way this man is taking care of me, I can't even get into it because I'm gonna cry, but he's so real. My name tatted, took me to Cartagena to meet his dad's side of the family, and then I was like, okay, I have to go to Mexico for my group trips, and I just like Mexico better than Colombia. And he literally gets a passport, comes with, and already has a job. I get comments like, oh my god, like what if he's using you for a visa? I am not marrying him anytime soon. I don't live in America to sponsor someone for a visa, and he's Venezuelan. They literally have temporary protected status in the U.S. just like Ukrainians, and he has family that lives in Georgia that can sponsor him. People are so worried about you getting used because you're dating someone foreign, but y'all be getting used by American men. So we don't have to like get married for him to move to the U.S., but if y'all see us on 90 Day Fiancé, just know we're getting a bag.
A few moments later.
Can we talk about it? City Boy is up 1,000. Well, he's from Colombia, so Colombian Boy is up 10,000 points. Because apparently this woman thought that she was going to go to Colombia and find the love of her life. She thought she was going to be like a 90-day fiance and go find the love of her life in this place. And thought it was really going to work out. And then guess what happened? This guy loved her. Then he left as soon as he got the visa. And this is why I keep telling y'all, why y'all keep going to all of these foreign countries looking for love, and they worse than Americans. Y'all think y'all gonna find somebody better than American boys outside America, and these men are way worse, all right? And they actually gonna use and manipulate you. Of course, in America, we gonna gaslight you a little bit, baby. We gonna upset you. We gonna terrorize you. We gonna do a bunch of stuff. But we're not going to get a visa on you. We might put a little credit in your name. We might put a little Range Rover, a little Jeep Wrangler in your name. But we ain't going to scam you and leave you internationally. Listen, Colombian Boy is up 10,000 points. City Boy is up 10,000 points. Stop going to foreign countries looking for love, thinking that you're going to find somebody better. These people do not live the United States experience, and they are trying to get out of their situation. Y'all there to have fun, be on the beach and play, and he's trying to get out of that shack and that favela that he lives in. Y'all be going to marry these men and these women that live in these little huts in Vietnam and the Caribbean, and you think that, oh, I'm going to just stay here. No, they try to come to America and live that American dream, and you are their meal ticket. They are not there for love. They may love you later, but these people are ruthless and trying to get out of their situation. He is tired of taking showers with a gallon of water. He's tired of taking showers with a bucket of water in the corner. And you really thought he was going to love you forever and be there for you. As soon as he got that visa, he dipped. Stop trying to take advantage of these people. Go there, have fun, and then leave. Then y'all get mad at passport bros for just going there having fun. But y'all really going there trying to meet the love of your life. And he don't speak no English. All he knows is give me visa, passport. America? All right, he hightailed it straight to America where he probably had a side family waiting. All his cousins and all his stuff was like that was waiting.
But I didn't speak good Spanish at the time. David, the wingman guy, was like translating for us, and he was putting in work. Like, he was trying to get us to kiss.
And look, guys, let's not gloss over that part, because the guy's wingman was kind of pushing him onto her. Like, so I think it was pretty obvious that he really wasn't into her like that. I think he eventually saw her as just somebody to sleep with for the night and see where things go. Yeah, I think this man just saw the fact that she was a woman that was already head over heels in love with him, and he saw an opportunity for a woman that was easy for the night, easy for the summer. So he went for it. A lot of us men have experienced this before, those random lays you run into just over the summer. But good for this man. It looked like he done finally got him a nice little foothold and the opportunity in America, and he's a barber, so you know that now he can focus on finding a traditional woman over here maybe, or even bring a real lady from his home country, and they can enjoy things in the United States, and eventually hopefully he can bring his other family over here. So good for this man.